Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. Today, by popular request, we are returning to Neil Young. And we're going to be listening to one of the songs that is his most famous. It's called Heart of Gold, and this will be my first time hearing it. So thank you, all of you, for your requests. I really appreciate that, and it's fun to get to explore an artist more through what you recommend. Heart of Gold is from the record Harvest. It was pretty early in Neil Young's career, and later he reflected back to it, and he said that he thought that some of his best tracks were from this record, particularly this one. It's also kind of interesting that Bob Dylan was a little bit tweaked by this song because he said that it sounded awfully like him. So I'm even more curious to hear it. Let's get to it.
It's these expressions I never give that keep me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old.
I'm particularly enjoying the lyrics, which is strange. I almost always am just drawn in by the voice right away and forget the lyrics. But something about the way that Neil is expressing them and the way that his voice just seems like it's not really trying to sing as much as it's just trying to relate a message. It immediately draws me into the lyrics. And I like the lyrics. I want to live, I want to give. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never give that keep me searching for a heart of gold. Like it just is super sweet, right? I read a little bit about some of his experiences right after this, and he had a son that was born with cerebral palsy. I think he had a back injury as well that made it very difficult for him to play the guitar. So it sounded like after this song, a lot of things went south, but this is, it's just really hopeful and sweet. And, you know, maybe I'm reading into it too much at the very beginning. Maybe there's a different meaning. I understand that people have argued about the meaning of this, but my first impression is that it just sounds so hopeful and like good-hearted. Let's listen to that one more time. I'll pay a little more attention to the technique.
I've been a miner. I want to live. I want to give. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never give that keep me searching for a heart of gold. And
I think it's very interesting to see how he performs, where he often is closing his eyes down. It almost feels like he's trying to get away from the public eye. I understand that in his life he really didn't want to be in the spotlight necessarily. And I think that his message is just so strong and needs to get out so much that he couldn't not express it through music. Kudos to him also for being able to sing, play harmonica, and play guitar. Very, very impressive, and takes a lot of dedication to be good at all of those. His voice definitely has a more nasal placement, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I've had lots of people come to me and say like, oh, I think my voice is too nasal. Okay. It depends on the style you want to sing. Some styles allow for more nasality than others. And definitely he's his own style. So he gets to say what it is. And I think that his approach is listen to my message and don't try to put on me your idea of what the sound should be. I like that. I feel like it's very authentic.
And I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold, and I'm getting old. I've been to Hollywood, I've been to Redwood, I crossed the ocean for a heart of gold. I've been in my mind, it's such a fine line, keeps me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm
I love that lyric. Oh, thunder. The gods love that lyric too. If you hear the thunder, that's because there are monsoons in Arizona at this time of year. I've been to Hollywood, I've been to Redwood, I've crossed the ocean for a heart of gold. I've been in my mind. It's such a fine line that keeps me searching. Wow, this poetry is glorious. This line in particular, I've been in my mind. It's fascinating to hear that line after, Hollywood and to the redwoods and cross the ocean. Wow, that's a lot of very far distances. But then my mind comes next. It sounds like he's saying that that's an even further distance to go. I love the implications of that. And that it's a fine line inside of the mind that keeps searching for the heart of gold. Very impressive. I love the way these lyrics are written. I'm going to go back again. A little note, the posture that he has isn't ideal for singing. But if it works for you, it works. I'm not the kind of person that will say, you have to do it technically this way and this way and this way. There are things that work for most people in general. But if a person figures out how something works and is able to consistently perform well and achieve their goals, be able to communicate their message, then I'm not going to change it. They've figured out a way to do what's most important, which is bring message through the music to many people. So, pretty awesome.
for a heart of gold. I've been in my mind, it's such a fine line that keeps.
I love the way he brought the sound back with the guitar because he's accompanying himself. He brought it back in the voice and the guitar quietly on It's Such a Fine Line. It makes it feel like, oh, well, what is that fine line? It really brings intrigue.
A heart of gold. I've been in my mind, it's such a fine line that keeps me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Keeps me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old.
Let's talk briefly about the vibrato as well. It sounds like he's found a balanced tone with that nasality, even with the posture down. He still has found a balanced tone where some natural vibrato enters it. I like that. And I like the way that he goes for pitches. Doesn't sound like he's reaching and taking a lot of weight up to them. He just kind of goes up and touches them. It is good technique in how he's approaching all of these different pitches. And I like the way his words are just so clear. It's really very clear diction.
Keep me searching for a heart of gold. You keep me searching and I'm growing old. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. Keep me searching for a heart of gold.
I wonder partly if it's easier to have that posture because the harmonica is down there and that's where he needs to play that with the close to the mic. I'm not sure, Usually if I saw somebody in a posture like this, I would tell them to position their mic differently. But I don't know how the harmonica is set up here. So I wonder if that's partly why he's in that direction. Let's go back a little bit again.
Going home. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. Keep me searching for a heart of gold.
Oh. Ah! That was over too quickly. Okay. We're going to catch that ending one more time. I was expecting this to be much longer. I'm spoiled by metal.
Searching for a heart of gold.
That was so short and sweet. I really think all of the comments that I've seen about this being somewhat skeptical or having like a different perspective that maybe isn't so hopeful in the outlook. I don't know. I didn't get that from this song at all. I really got, I got hopefulness in it. I think it's really important to look for those hearts of gold out there and be inspired by them and keep them in your life. It seemed really, really sweet. I like, he mentions that he's getting old, and it sounds like maybe there's a little bit of despair that can't find that heart of gold, or maybe it's that he feels like he keeps encountering fake people, and maybe that's what the skepticism is coming from. But to me, something about it felt more positive and sweet overall. That's probably because I'm a really positive and optimistic person. I would love to hear your interpretation of this. What did you think? Is it sweet? Is it skeptical? Do you have an entirely different view? I'm really curious. So please write your opinions about that down in the comments below. I'd love to read them. And I hope that you'll continue to come and join me here every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Arizona time. And you can also find me on Patreon. And if you want to learn more about singing in general or about music, you want to learn maybe like what some of these terms are, or just how to appreciate music more in general, I have a course about that. It's at thecharismaticvoice.com. So I hope you'll check it out, and I hope we'll see you somewhere soon.